You're listening to Pushing Underground Radio with DJ Awesome Wells. Hello, dear friends, and welcome along to another edition of Rhymes and Riddims, my regular Tuesday show where I play you the best in reggae, dub, hip-hop, and ska. I've got a cracking show for you today, and get things kicked off with a tune from Master Ace. This is Good Old Love.
Give me some of that good old love. Let me make you. Give me some of that good old love. Put your hands together and show your love for the one and only.
Hey yo, the world gonna show me some love, listen. And I'm not talking about the fake hugs and kissing. In 15 years, a lot of love is missing. I done already showed I'm not above the dissing. I'ma take what I'm owed, won't wait till I'm old. The game got rules and y'all breaking the code. Y'all don't really think I could be hot in the club. Y'all think I'm washed up like a got in the tub. But I'm keeping it poppin', the streets watching. I'm keeping them locked in the beat knocking. Hear me coming with this song that I brung in. Daddy-O told me this when I was a youngin'. Ain't nothing like hip-hop music. That's why we choose it, and the world just can't refuse it. This shit is underground like a gopher. Show a little love for it's over.
Gotta be the real thing. Something you can feel, babe. Come on, let me make you sing. Give you that good old love. Gotta be the real thing. Something you can feel, babe. Come on, let me make you sing.
Let me put y'all on like a ball in the socket. In the club, niggas knock it with a dub in the pocket. They walk in the store, I love when they cop it. Make you other rappers struggle to top it. But this man flow with the greatest C's. And never did care about the haters, please. He done paid his dues, paid his fees. He done stayed overseas, made his G's. But now I got a wife and she bad as Hallie. Her mom's is a militant, dad is rowdy. The fans kinda act like they glad I'm outie. But they probably sitting at home sad and pouty. You show me some love, I'ma show it right back. I know a tight track, so I throw it like that. My limo driver's white, my attorney black. Show me some love like I'm Bernie Mac, yo.
Gotta be the real thing. Something you can feel, babe. Come on, let me make you sing. Give me that good old love. Gotta be the real thing. Something you can feel, babe. Come on, let me make you sing.
This is for my Shaolin shooters and my Brooklyn teens. Uptown Bronx and them crooks and queens. I work like a maid when she cooks and cleans. Cause it's about to be a rap from the looks of things. The game has changed, the game is strange. The game is lame and it ain't the same. But that's how it is, you can ask Giz. You can ask Biz, we did it for the kids. Listen here, this is different here. If you got an eye for detail and a fish in ear, I won't disappear. I'ma keep on giving, I'ma keep on living, I'ma keep being driven. I'm down to earth and I'm close to ground. And spit shit better than most around. This how hip-hop is supposed to sound. Tear them other cats' posters down now.
Gotta be the real thing. Something you can feel, babe. Come on, let me make you sing. Give me that good old love. Gotta be the real thing. Something you can feel, babe. Come on, let me make you sing.
New York, New Jersey, Philly, D.C., Virginia, Chi-Town, St. Louis, Houston, Atlanta, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Switzerland, France, Italy, Croatia, Spain, Slovenia, Japan, Austria, Africa. Show me love. Show me some love, motherfucker. Show me some love.
Great stuff there from Master Ace. That was Good Old Love. Hello and welcome. I'm DJ Awesome Wells and you're listening to Rhymes and Riddims. Thank you very much for joining me. Now on tonight's show I'll be playing you some music from Contact Play, as well as a track from one of my favourites, Dr. Syntax. Later on I'll be playing you some sweet sounds from Tipper Irie, and I'm closing the show with a great cover by Mattis Yahoo, who is a Hasidic Jewish reggae star. So that's something that hopefully should interest you all. Don't forget, as always, you can get in touch with me on Twitter. I am at DJ Awesome Wells, and if you want to talk about the show, you can use the hashtag Rhymes and Riddims. I'm going to play you a bit of British hip-hop now. This is Leaf Dog with a track called Walk With Me.
Yo, the jack of all trades is here. It has to be straight from the fucking heart. I can do that shit. Yo. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. As I start to speak, you're the only one to listen in the room full of people compelled by snake. Listen, my next composition comes clear, but all they do is hear. Never under suspicion that this we might be holding dear. This the way we're living, take the piss out of the tool we're giving. But I'ma strictly spit for those that need uplifting. I hear the whispering, I ain't out for pole position, man. I'm only here to relate and contemplate what it is you're missing. Never discriminate, rock your stereo right. Hoodied up, live the rough, it's a stereotype. I give a fuck. Speak with insight in the hope I just might make the kiddie out there wanna stand up and fight. Hardly ever right, but what I bring to this makes that feeling in my chest, makes me really persist. It's oftenly missed, but they get it over the years. Cause like Dolph Lundgren, I make them give me their ears. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. The essence to my life force, progression from the mind source. Pen hits the right course, revealing the dark thoughts. Through the art talks, all these souls of deceit stay blind in the sheep. So what time in they speak? Here's a prize you can keep. Hear my cries and my weeps to the laughter, the here and after. Still seep, still seeking the soul, still trying to understand more than they can ever know. Caught up in the domino effect, lows will reflect. Though it's hard to accept, I give my heart for this rep. That part I project is my life, so you can get my better or my worst. From the young pups robbing to the dealing of the class. All I ever really heard was that old MC talking my life. How did he ever foresee? Had it down to a T without a foot wrong. So forever I'ma sing my favorite love song. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely. So please come take a walk with me. Welcome to the place where I really feel free. You never know what you might just see, might just be, but it ain't likely.
From High Focus Records, that was Leaf Dog, and that track was called Walk With Me. Isn't that a great tune? Now, I was first introduced to Leaf Dog's music through a Dr. Syntax. He featured on a track that I played a couple of weeks ago called Countryside Alliance, and I just really like his flows. I think they work really, really well. I'm going to be playing you a bit of Dr. Syntax later on in the show, as I mentioned as well. Now, though, I'm going to play you some music by Contact Play. This track is called Like This.
Yeah, it's the same old subject matter, same old roughneck blagger, jam backer. Ow, like a fat sack of snot. And such, and such, and such. Wake up. Hey slobs, it's the late cotch waist hopping. Stray dogs, days lost, spray stay gobbing, case not brains rotting. And we ain't got paints cause we hate shotting. Traits on veins clogging. It's your bait flop, Jacob the muddy mind. Bunning tie, rubbing my gums with the colour white. Cutting lines up inside clubs, it's the grubby line. Shove a mic under my mark, watch me come alive. I'm the sluggish type, scuttle white piss poor. Split flit like a triple number 9 switchboard. And you wonder why I'm looking like shit for. Dribbling at chicks, trying to pull them like ripcord. Crooked eyes flicker in the hot box visibly. I'm pickling my bunts till it's compost physically. But being pissed non-stop cripples me. Fuck hip-hop, man, it's hop-hop, literally. On a one-legged race to get legless. A skunk serenade for one, a kept breakfast. Shot any takers, bruv, let's get feckless. Come and get raging drunk and head westward. We're reckless, abandoned, retching at random. Dreadfully dressed up, perfected the anthem. Blow. And if you live how I live, stick your mitts in the air and then puke till you can't like this. Like this, like this, 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 like this.
Justin, Dykes fucked on a drug bin, sniffing up dust cut with scum from the dustbin. The fuck pins is the same old same. James raping his brain in his nasal ways, and basic days consist of a piss pot of cocaine. And when my nostrils block, I'll be ripping off your nose, mate. So bait I could walk into Asda and snort up an ounce with your daughter and Baxter. Bought enough drugs, can't afford no pasta. Snort up dust till my sore nose fractures. Around here we don't pour no champers. We're wearing a wardrobe but your clothes wankers. And don't thank us, I'm far from a nice lout. 5-ounce lines couldn't buy me a night out. Sniff like a Hoover to floor. Put your hands up and trip as I puke on the floor. Like this, like this, like this, like this. It's like this, like this, like this. Like what? Like this, like this, like this. Like what? It's like this, like this, like this. Like how?
Also from High Focus Records, that was Contact Play, and that tune is called Like This. Isn't that a great tune? Now we're going to head back over to America now, and I'm going to play you some music from Quell. Quell was from the crew Typical Cats, but this is him working on his own, and this track is called Where I Go, There I Go.
Lying in the clouds, cry to get it out. Smiling with a child, the water stick it out. Through stress and silence, sitting vows. Just a million miles between us, Venus. Y'all made your eyes and blazing sapphires. For me, like in a half a smile between us. The way your cheeks spring up, sweet tongue hung behind me. Doves thinking thirst through this drought aloud. The singing clouds I speak of. The mother to your mother, to my sons. Your love is thunder, sung from heaven. You're my sun and water, daughter of redemption. Mentioned always in my silence, my asylum in your iris. Every shade of silk I dream in deep secret streams. I confide in spring breeze greets the green leaves. United with this dry wind. Like diving in the violets, gliding free, no one's an island. She's a diamond tree, pro limbs like Nine Chopper, per grin like Mersaba. I thank y'all with words and burn when they're not enough. It's a song I spit to Christ twice, wipe your tears are ice wands. My gift to life, like your embrace, the grace of white fawns. Arriving dawn that I've awaited lifelong when she yawns. Right palming on the softest song sung to the farthest heights and nights when he's gone. Nothing to offer thee right, like my life in this song. A flight to leave, no night of sleep, it seems so frightfully wrong. Feels like life's a drink of soul to hold my wife in these arms. To seek the greatest heights, to seat you in the type for these psalms. When times get rough, you're my diamond in the now. Lining in the clouds, cry to get it out. Smiling with a child, the widest stick it out. Through stress and silence, sitting bouts. For being patient with this weak man when his mind is flipping out. When times get rough, you're my diamond in the now. Lining in the clouds, cry to get it out. And smiling with a child, the widest stick it out. Through stress and silence, sitting bouts. For being patient with this weak man. Just a million miles to dream of. Your kisses, Indian summer swings and sweet plum. To see you sleep like Spanish moss and hear you breathe, son. Dare to compare you to the clear blue in the deeps I speak from. Like kingdom come prepared for two moments like the roses. She hung like forms through ballerina fingers. But man, she sings when it's funny. Strum honey harp strings to the heartbeat of the breeze and just loves me. Fit puzzle piece, your cheeks are peach trees, needing sweet from sleep shade. 7 seas between a shrink and a blink, but we could dream of the days. See sprays, Sonoma sunrise eyes, tiger lily lips, behold the tiger spilling over and over. Pupil solar eclipses, ellipses, big sky iris, divided by the cutest nose in existence. Find a distant horizon, mystic guidance in the distance. Just to sit in silence when water ripple, fingertips defiling. Holly smiling an inch to climb, just smiling. Your winter pines, Pygmalion, hips and thighs in the mind. I die to hide and flip script too. It's just a twisted trip with side by side and treasure of Poseidon. Who can find the finest incense? Kiss the edge of prism light, like Mrs. Light. This illicit set, crimson granite rose. Time is chiseled in stone, throne, silk and linen. Just a million instances from home. When times get rough, you're my diamond in the now. Lining in the clouds and cry to get it out. And smiling with a child, the water stick it out. Through stress and silence, sitting bouts. For being patient with this weak man when his mind is flipping out. When times get rough, you're my diamond in the now. Lining in the clouds, cry to get it out. Smiling with a child, the water stick it out. Through stress and silence, sitting bouts. For being patient with this weak man when his mind is flipping out. It's a diamond tree. Bling.
So that was Quell, and that track was called Where I Go, There I Go. Interesting side note, Quasar, who is another member of the Typical Cats, is actually a friend of mine on Facebook. After I played one of Quasar's tracks on a previous show, he befriended me, which is awesome. It's one of the things I'm loving so much about running this radio station is so many artists that I respect have started befriending me online or retweeting me, and it's just really awesome. It just makes me feel really good, and so thank you to if you're an artist and you're friends with me or if you've ever retweeted me, I really appreciate it. Thank you. It makes me feel like I'm doing good work, which is awesome. Don't forget, if you are an artist yourself, if you're in a band or if you're a producer or a DJ, or you've got any music that you feel would be appropriate for this show or indeed any of the other shows I do, then don't hesitate to get in touch with me. You can email me. It's pushingunderground@hotmail.co.uk. Now, when I heard this next track earlier today, I decided that I had to include it on the show because it's an absolute corker. It's really clever and really funny. This is Baba Brinkman with Natural Selection, the rap guide to evolution.
Whoever is led to believe that species are mutable will do good service by conscientiously expressing his conviction. For only thus can the load of prejudice by which this subject is overwhelmed be removed.
So what you know about natural selection? Go ahead and ask a question and see where the answer gets you. Try being passive-aggressive or try smashing heads in and see which tactic brings your plans to fruition. If you have an explanation in mind, then you're wasting your time, because the best watchmaker is blind. Takes a certain base kind of impatient mind to explain away nature with intelligent design. But the truth shall set you free from those useless superstitious beliefs in a literal Adam and Eve and that Edenic myth, because their family tree is showing some genetic drift. Take it from this bald-headed non-celibate monk with the lyrical equivalent of an elephant's trunk. It's time to elevate your mind state and celebrate your kinship with the primates. The weak and the strong, who got it going on? We lived in the dark for so long. The weak and the strong, Darwin got it going on. Creationism is dead wrong.
The view which most naturalists entertain, namely that each species has been independently created, is erroneous.
Okay, it's time to reveal my identity. I'm the manifestation of tens of millions of centuries of sexual selection. Best believe I'm the best of the best of the best of the best of generations of competitive pressure genetically. But don't get upset, cause we got the same pedigree. You and I will find a common ancestor eventually if we rewind geological time regressively. And I can say the same for this hibiscus tree, and this lizard, and this flea, and this sesame seed. And if you still disbelieve in what your senses perceive, I could even use this rhyme as a remedy. Cause there's so much variation in the styles in this industry, and differential survival when the people listening decide what they're into and what really isn't interesting. You could thrive like Timberlake on a Timberland beat, or go extinct like Vanilla Ice and NSYNC. It's survival of the fittest, but fitness is a tricky thing. It changes from place to place, from winter to spring. But the real question in this social scientific simile is heredity. Whether we inherit our techniques from our predecessors or invent them independently. But then we're talking memes, and that's a different thing. Richard Dawkins, can I get a proper definition, please? The weak and the strong, who got it going on? We lived in the dark for so long. The weak and the strong, Darwin got it going on. Creationism is dead wrong. The weak and the strong, who got it going on? Whoever leaves the most spawn. The weak and the strong, Darwin got it going on. Creationism is erroneous. I hear some people complain, like, I don't want to be an ape. I never came from monkey DNA. I believe God made me in a day. Jesus saves, yeah, he's great. But stop being afraid to use the reason he gave you. Let science solve some giant problems and find some final results. I think it's time for y'all to let your minds evolve and listen to a different kind of silent call. The kind that comes from pine trees and not pine saw. I'm talking about the mystical vision that Einstein saw, wondering at the infinite depths of divine thought and realizing that scripture could never define God. Because if there is a personal God, then he's been jerking off. So why would he bother designing an albatross when natural selection already does such an excellent job just by balancing benefits and costs? I say banish God into the gaps if he can't help us understand the simplest facts. I want a relaxed God of infinite naps. We'll be alright without him, just give us a chance. The weak and the strong, who got it going on? We lived in the dark for so long. The weak and the strong, Darwin got it going on. Creationism is dead wrong. The weak and the strong, who got it going on? Whoever leaves the most spawn. The weak and the strong, Darwin got it going on. Creationism is dead wrong. Dead wrong. See, everybody's always talking about, do you believe in evolution? Do you believe in creation? Nobody believes in evolution. You either understand evolution or you don't. It's nothing to believe, something to perceive, feel, experience. Do you believe in gravity? Come on, you can see it
Isn't that a fantastic tune? What great rhymes. That was Baba Brinkman with Natural Selection, the rap guide to evolution. Don't forget, if you want to get in touch with me on the show, you can do. I am at DJ Orson Welles, and you can use the hashtag Rhymes and Riddims. Thank you ever so much, as always, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Now, the next tune I've got for you is from Dr. Syntax, who is definitely one of my favourite rappers at the moment. I'm really enjoying all of his work. It takes a lot of self-restraint to not include a tune of his on every single show that I do. I'm limiting it to one every other show. But this particular tune is great fun, and it's called Sacred.
Like some praise, but by the same token, we'd all like to stay lying idle. Vague notions of life to aspire to are why we stay hoping our time's due. Must be a fine day approaching, waiting for a minor sign or vague omen, a bright ray of light or a shiny gate opening. No one keeps an eye on the prize, fate frozen. There's no peace of mind trying to wait while the game's loading. Seize the controller, apply your mind to the grind like breaking up meat with your molars. Sometimes I feel many people are soulless. Beauty isn't in the eye, it's in beliefs of beholders, engraved on their being. So in a sense, when they only crave greater status, they're a slave to what they're seeing. God-fearers are afraid to stop believing. Similarly, others stay blinkered so they can block their demons. It's all the same, just a different way of stopping reason from prevailing. People chop and change with the seasons and squander meaning. Talking of God and heathens, we're all the same faceless flock on our way to obsolescence now. Does someone have to explain it? What's bad and what is sacred? It's nice what you make it, but once it's done you can't change it. Does someone have to explain it? What's bad and what is sacred? This life's what you make it, but once it's done you can't change it. They're howling in their lairs, they're barking at the moon. There's people out there with no marbles left to lose. Men and women seldom in a calm and pleasant mood. With pressure bringing tension no balm could ever soothe. Cracking under strain, ravished with a pain, till they're acting pretty strange, making animals look tame. Incapable of hate, love, embarrassment or shame. Strangers in a cage struggle out their living days. The city bustles, it's a shimmering huddle of twitching muscle. Little wonder some become a bit befuddled. People live in bubbles, keeping their opinions muzzled. Restricted vision with a filtered funnel. Facts remain obscured, lines are blurred. The very notion of emotion is enclosed in signs and words. With no alternative you might prefer, you better go and set your mind at work, or prepare to spend some nights on curbs. Fluorescent coats, ties and shirts, whatever the dress code, the price or the dirt. We're fighting a thirst before a final merge under piles of earth, with no feeling left in our vital nerves. Does someone have to explain it? What's bad and what is sacred? It's nice what you make it, but once it's done you can't change it. Does someone have to explain it? What's bad and what is sacred? It's nice what you make it, but once it's done you can't change it. Does someone have to explain it? What's bad and what is sacred? It's nice what you make it, once it's done, you can't change it. Does someone have to explain it? What's bad and what is sacred? This life's what you make it, but once it's done, you can't change it.
So that was Dr. Syntax with a track called Sacred. I swear I should get a t-shirt that just says "Listen to Dr. Syntax" and just wear it all the time, because seriously, everyone should be listening to this guy. His music's fantastic and I really like it. The next track that I've got for you is from Tom Caruana, who's done a lot of work with Syntax, particularly on the album A Slice of Fried Gold, and he's also worked with a good friend of mine, Professor Elemental. This particular track, though, he's working with Longusto and Devise, and it also features Enlish on vocals, who has also worked with Dr. Syntax. This track is called Straight to the Grave.
Yeah, I stay patient, pacing with anticipation, waiting for my awakening. Try escaping, it's hard like the bars on a jail cell caged in. Higher state vacant, dire straight vagrant. Brain like a figurative stain on the pavement, shaped in a figure of eight. Trail blazing, chained to the limits of fate. Tail chasing, brain saying stay in your place is painstaking. Trying to find peace, puzzling time, something that I couldn't hide, fuck a disguise. Troublesome sometimes, penned in by the fence on the other side. Penny for regret, stubborn mind. You can't let it get the upper hand, understand. We're on demand in the motherland. See, it's all for the taking, man. We need to make an escape or just make a plan. We go
straight to the grave, breaking the chains, racing for change. They say never wait, they say fortune favours the brave. Straight to the grave, pacing for days, brains in a state, vacating the stage. They say fortune favours the brave. Wasting away, 'cause you never know what lies in store for you. So we're just wasting away.
I'm so obsessed with being lonely, vexed, alone, depressed, self-loathing, stress. I lose my woman, then my homies next, acting in a manner that they don't expect. Like fuck being alive, my heart broke, now I'm bleeding it dry. No degree of surprise. Paranoia from the greenery high, feeling defeated and retreating inside, the grief thrives. Running through the scenes of my life and concealing inner feeling with the feeble disguise. Where the evil can thrive, unchecked self-pity, serve me up a piece of the pie. Where the terrors and the dreaming collide, where I clip wings of angels and fate lets the demons survive. I can't keep believing a lie, you live life while I sift through the pieces of mine. I go
straight to the grave, breaking the chains, racing for change. They say never wait, they say fortune favours the brave. Straight to the grave, pacing for days, brains in a state, vacating the stage. They say fortune favours the brave. Wasting away, 'cause you never know what lies in store for you. So we're just wasting away. Yo, yo, Now Friday night has come and I should feel refreshed, but instead of excited I feel suicidally depressed. My life falls into a cycle of regrets and denial. It's like a downward spiral of neglect. It's Friday night, there's no time to feel this stress. I feel this pipe full of distress. Wave goodbye to all my friends because tonight I'm getting wrecked. Total oblivion, I don't wanna know which area or postcode I'm living in. Last year I was on loads of drugs, it was clear I was not holding up. My nostrils had got swollen, I'd had a blocked nose for months, but I got off coke, I got focused, got sobered up. Stopped smoking skunk, God knows I got close enough to lying in the road where the cockroaches are. To crying all alone, feeling heartbroken, but now I'm not gonna budge down this long road, I'm not going straight to the grave, breaking the chains, racing for change. They say never wait, they say fortune favours the brave. Straight to the grave, pacing for days, brains in a state, vacating the stage. They say fortune favours the brave. Wasting away, 'cause you never know
that was Tom Caruana presenting Longusto and Devise. The track was called Straight to the Grave, and it also featured Enlish. Now don't forget, this is the 31st edition of Rhymes and Riddims. There have been 30 episodes before this, and as well as being able to listen to this episode live, you can also stream and download this episode at your leisure. And all of the episodes that I've done will always be available to stream and download. So do take advantage of that, and you will have an entire library of music from a great selection of artists. Now we're going to kick things up a little, and I'm going to play you some ska from Brighton. This is the King Porter Stomp with The Last Bat Train to Cuba. And it goes like this.
Deep sighs, lost in coulda, shoulda, woulda. Not enough hours in the day, too many things we've had to put off. Lost the time, can't wait. Left early, arrived late. Made up the extra hours, still no time to take a break. We're playing for time, but left behind. Worn down by the daily grind. Alarm set to remember, too many things on the mind. Cross off the list, what's next? Can't stop the clock or catch your breath. Work a 10-hour day with just 3 hours rest. This life is good all the time. The plans never kept. Night waits for no man. Stitching time, ain't saved none yet. The sugar and coffee keeps us pep. Cigarettes and weed relieve the stress. Rolling over, hit and snooze. Leave your day up, not quite yet. Tip to the neck and cool the sun. Too precious moments kept. We've got to hold on to our way, but the time to overstretch. Vex, they in the face, the hand point to keep the pace. We're all wound out, no turning back. You can't erase the slightest trace.
Wasted years and tired eyes. In the hourglass we slide. Holding on to seconds. When the hour hand is tight. Nothing lasts forever. Sometimes we'll lose our stride. Holding on to memories of when time was on our side.
Shadows, we're slipping through the hourglasses too, so past the doors we grasp, we're never really meant to last. You know what time it is, you got the time, heart the cue's about to break. Then hold it all together, now I can't take the weight. Swing forward and fall back, no time to fill the gap. Rocking in, signing out, feed the hunger, take it that, no time for that. Pushing on till we pass out, doing songs at this clock face to break our way to the glass house. It's cat and mouse, they set the traps, the tides to even notice. To work rush hour, to the bar to blur the focus. A few pints, a couple of doubles, or more for the road, that's time, please. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, we fumble around for the house keys. I'll please sunrise already, steady yourself, kick off your shoes. Now your eyelids where your tongue pull on the bed, and confused. Yesterday's today, snooze a moment, peace up to maintain. The sound of the alarm clock starts to ring in your brain, and it's like, why? Oh, why?
Holding on to seconds, but the
Yet another example of the amazing music coming out of Brighton. That was King Porter Stomp, and that track is called The Last Bat Train to Cuba. So I'm really loving the Brighton music scene at the moment. I've got a lot of friends down there in bands as well, of course, but there are a lot of bands who I don't necessarily know personally who I really enjoy the music of. King Porter Stomp have played down here in Bath a few times before, although I've never got a chance to see them. But yeah, amazing band, great stuff. Now, the next band I'm going to play for you are the Popes of Chillytown. Now, I worked with these guys at Boomtown Fair in 2012 when we were doing the Hanging Garden stage, and they were great fun. This track is called Brave.
Is there any more fun in living? Oh, you're only living for yourself. And is there any more fun in anger? Oh, no, it don't do no good for your health. Every single word that you said don't comfort me, now you're dead. And all of the advice that you gave can't save me now that you're in your grave. What's the fucking point in anger? Well, it's all I've ever known. So, what am I supposed to feel then? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Sucking on it. Here, better. 1, 2, 3, yes, I'm a very brave little boy. With the sword that I keep by my side. I've been around the world 100 times. About 99. I never seen so much beauty in a one mind. I close my eyes and count to 1,000,000. 5 seconds later they open wide. Oh, what am I supposed to feel in? I don't know.
Great energetic stuff there from Popes of Chillytown. That track was called Brave, and you can find that on the album A Word to the Wise. Now, do please give the like button on Spreaker a click if you're listening to the show and you're enjoying it, which if you're still listening to the show, I'm guessing you probably are. Give that little heart button a click and make me smile. Also, if you're listening to the show on YouTube, then do head over to Spreaker and listen to it on Spreaker instead, because I've got it linked up so that it uploads to YouTube, but very few people listen to it on YouTube, and it's not really the ideal format for listening to the radio show, to be fair, because you have none of the information like the track list that I post in the description, or my Twitter account, or my email address, or any of that stuff. So yeah, head on over to Spreaker, as most of you probably already are, and listen to the show that way. Now I'm going to play you a bit of old school ska now. That's hard to say, isn't it? From Tate and the Comets. This is Storm Warning. That was Tate and the Comets, and that track is called Storm Warning. Now, the next track that I'm going to play for you, I'd like to dedicate to someone. Nigel Farage from UKIP is currently visiting Bath. In fact, he's currently speaking at the Forum right now. If you're listening to the show live, then he is at the Forum right now, spreading his racist propaganda and generally being a fucking dickhead. So I would like to dedicate this song to him. This is Tipper Irie with Complain Neighbour.
Well, it's the complaint neighbor. It's Tipper Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Who will have you got to complain neighbor? It's Tipper Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Now you must start, you could have born in England or in Jamaica, and you could have live in Kingston or be a Londoner, and you could be very old or a teenager. There is some time in your life when you must remember someone knocking at your door and say, look here, governor, you better turn that music down or I'll call a copper in and the complaint neighbor. It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Oh, well, have you got a complaint neighbor? It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Now you must start, you will find them certain neighbors in every area. For instance, like my good friend when named Deborah, she live at Islington with a little toddler. One day she and I sit up on sofa, and the music was high, them on the sensimania. All of a sudden Deborah scream and high follow, and the two young ladies have to run for cover. Got about 10 bricks come through the window. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? That is out of order. Suppose the baby was dead, they could have committed murder. And all because the bass was high and ample fire in the complaint neighbor. It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Who will have you got a complaint neighbor? It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Now you must start, then we'll sit down in them yard like a proper loafer, watching Coronation Street and the East End. They'll be waiting for your music to get louder. Then 999, yes, that's the number. Could you come on right away, please, Mr. Officer? I've got a complaint to make about my neighbor. It's the 10th time this week. I know it don't matter, cause it's Reggie, what they play's worse than opera. In the complaint neighbor. It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Oh, well, have you got a complaint neighbor? It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Now you must start, and remember last year, back in December, it was a birthday of my younger sister, and the party did party of fun and laughter. Everybody in the dance did handle the car, and even my granny did a drink vodka. Then knock, guess who? Do you wanna know? I'll tell ya. It was a complaint neighbor. It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. Oh, well, have you got a complaint neighbor? It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbor. And you know what she said? She said, turn that noise and you call that music. I don't like it, take it off. And if you don't, I'll call a cop, and quite frankly, that'll be your lot. I can't take you neighbours no more. Always knocking off my door. None of you don't pay my rent, so why don't you just keep trying the complaint neighbour? It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbour. Oh, well, have you got a complaint neighbour? It's the Irie, not the complaint neighbour. Turn that noise down.
Great stuff there from Tipper Irie. That was Complain Neighbour. Now, I was just chatting to one of my friends, Rach Clark, about doing live interviews and stuff with people on the show, which is something I definitely want to be doing in the future. And I was talking to another friend of mine, Jack Paradise, who I featured on some of the episodes of The More You Know, about getting musicians in to do live sessions specifically for the show, which again is something I'm definitely looking at. At the moment, my current living situation, I'm just staying in a single room, and I don't really have the space to accommodate a live band, or even just have someone sat next to me would be difficult at the moment. However, in September, I should be looking at getting a place that's got a little bit more space, and then I will definitely look into getting some live musicians in, which is good because that will be roughly a year since I started, because I started in August of 2013. So if I can start getting bands in and get people in for interviews by September of this year, then I'd be pretty happy with that. That would definitely be above and beyond what I ever imagined for the show in general. Thank you very much for listening to me. I really appreciate it always. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to give that like button a click for me, because it'll make me smile. Now, the next track I've got for you is from Future Dub Orchestra. Now, I played a track from these guys a couple of weeks ago, and I was just mesmerised by it. I thought it was fantastic, so I wanted to include another tune from them. This track is called Future Dub.
Future
I feel it, it's coming, and I can see those dreams so real. 'Cause we all spend so long just holding on to open the restraints. It starts here, hold true, and no more fear of holding on to someone new. Just let go, and you'll see your future. How do you want to feel about your future? What do you want to see in your future? How do you want to feel about your future? What do you want to see? 'Cause it's your future. There's only one way, so just believe that your dreams can be free. So don't try, just do, and it will come to you from you. Just let go, and you'll see your future. So look deep inside now, and it will show you the way. Release and let go now. The future's today, so let go. Take hold, it sees you, I feel you. Just be strong and hold on, 'cause it's your future, and it's your future. How do you want to feel about your future? And what do you want to see in your future? How do you want to feel about your future? What do you want to see? 'Cause it's your future.
So that was Bristol-based Future Dub Orchestra, and that track was called Future Dub, If you'd like to check out more of their stuff, then head on over to their SoundCloud. Now, I've got time for just one more track before the end of the show. Before I play that track, I just want to say thank you ever so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Really enjoyed doing today's show, and getting the music together for it was great. I just found some great music, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. So this last track is from Matisyahu, who, as I said at the top of the show, is a Hasidic Jewish guy who plays reggae music. This particular song is a cover of a classic by Bob Marley. This is Matisyahu with Redemption Song.
All pirates, yes, they robbed mine. Swore line to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made stone by the hand of the Almighty. We flowered in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, these songs of freedom. Emancipate yourselves from into slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Oh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? All I ever had, oh, redemption songs, these songs of freedom. Redemption song, redemption now coming like a runaway truck, no go no. Zion is lying crying in the mist, morning light slips in, shifting through the darkness like a mourning wife. Reminisce, having visions of her long gone prince. Memories dripping raindrops, tiptoeing emptiness, intermixed with tears like fears left unfixed. I said the walls one thin frozen fortress, like dawn waiting for the sunrise of a day that I miss. Life gone wrong, wandering through the wilderness, lovesick, stripped abyss, missing one slushes. Said the daughter of Zion, oh, once precious princess, left her father's house to walk streets that never rest. And then maybe they'll hear me in the metropolis. So I'm sending out an SOS. She's fighting with her task, she wants out of this mess. Bright city lights might brighten up the darkness. Know that I'm tired and you know that I'm stressed. You can't stop me and you can't stop this. You could call the police, try to make an arrest. Today is the day that I repossess
Leaving on the first train that I can get. Now it swings around the eyes, I've been wet from rain droplets. Window shopping for some solace, no address and penniless. The price that you pay for running away from the stress. Feeling the pain like the dance by the DJ. Remind me of a time when things were okay. Remind me of a time when things were okay.
What a beautiful cover. That was Mattis Yahoo with his cover of the Bob Marley song, Redemption Song. That is by far one of my favourite closers if I'm doing live sets, to be fair, especially if I've been playing a lot of reggae. Obviously, it's a bit weird to play Redemption Song out of nowhere, but if I've been playing a reggae set and things are starting to chill down, it's a really good song to close on because everyone knows the lyrics, or at least some of the lyrics. So, yeah, great tune, great tune. Right, well, that brings us to the very end of the show. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed playing for you. Don't forget, tomorrow, of course, will be Face Full of Metal. Now, I think tomorrow I might do it at 6 rather than at 7 because I did that last week and it actually went a lot better in terms of listenership. So I might do Face Full of Metal tomorrow at 6 or it might be at 7. So just keep an eye out and it'll pop up eventually. Thank you ever so much for listening. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday as well for Swing Brother Swing, which will be at 7 p.m. sharp. There'll be no change to that one. So thank you all very much for listening. And as always, I love you all. You're listening to Pushing Underground Radio with DJ Awesome Wells.